Yo. Alright, let's see if everything is good. Give me 1 second, chat. Alright.
My degree at APU is in sports and health.
Let's see if anybody pop in the chat real quick. I'm gonna share the stream and then we'll get started on the villain tier list. Yeah, man, I'm excited to do One Piece villains. You know, One Piece got a lot of great villains. I guess, should I change it to antagonists or just villains? Because I feel like villain is a more strict categorization. It's like, to me, Katakuri is not a villain, but he is an amazing antagonist. So I'll let you guys decide that while I'm finishing one last thing. Villains. Antagonists. I see everybody popping in the chat. What's going on, man? JJ in the chat. Crocodile. He said Crocodile S tier. Brandon King, what's going on, man? Vex in the chat. Shout out to Vex. Should we do? All right. And if you guys want to do it, if we just do antagonists, like, I'll just change the title of the stream as well, and we'll get started. But yeah, how's everybody doing, man? I don't think the chapter has released yet. We've been waiting on the chapter. I don't even think it's out yet, so hopefully it comes out tomorrow, and we'll be doing an OPU stream on Sunday. Yeah, that's gonna be, you know, 3-week break. It's gonna be a big chapter, man. JJ the top villain. He said Dofi over everybody. Yeah, man. I think so, bro. Dofi, I think he might be my favorite villain. We might have to get him out the way in the beginning and just talk about him briefly. But yeah, I love Dofi, man. I've heard through the grapevine is tomorrow. Okay, so the chapter, excuse me, the chapter is coming out tomorrow. According to Brandon King, bro, and you know, trustworthy source right there. So I'll take your word for it, bro. Okay, so TCB said a while ago they should be doing chapters on Fridays now. So yeah, we might have to move the OPU streams to just on Sunday, man. Yeah, no spoilers in this stream. Won't be talking about spoilers. But yeah, I mean, I did my spoiler stream yesterday and it was a good stream. Hope you guys keep coming back. I'm gonna try to do more streaming as much streaming as possible. So yeah, man, 2 streams in a row for Preach is kind of rare, I would say, but like I said, I'm trying to do more, so I'm gonna try to stream every day if I can. And let's get into this list, man. All right, so we got the poll up. You guys are voting for antagonists. All right, let me change the title real quick. The video. I'm gonna share the video, or I'm gonna share the stream, and then we'll get started. Antagonists. How you spell antagonist? Oh, okay, so it's with the A. All right. But yeah, man. All right, Chad, let me know, who's your favorite One Piece antagonist? I want to know, before we get into this, I seen Dofi, a lot of Dofi in the chat. I want to know, what's everybody's favorite One Piece antagonist? There's a lot, man. I mean, there's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad, but there is a lot of One Piece antagonists. ranking the best One Piece antagonists live. Alright. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into the stream. Alright, so since we're doing antagonist, like I said, we should probably get Dofi out the way, man. He's my favorite villain in One Piece. And I made a special tier just for Dofi. If somebody comes up throughout the stream that, you know, it replaces Dofi in this top spot, we'll see. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be him. Let's find him. Dofi is, where is he? We gotta find him, man. All right, so yeah, all right. So I think when we find a certain character, we'll just go to it. But yeah, let's start out with. I want to talk about one character who I think it's kind of funny. Like, no one mentions him, right, when we talk about the best villains. But I think Charlos is maybe the most underrated villain in One Piece, just because if you think about it, bro, like, there was not a single character that you hated so much that, like, bro, when Luffy punched Charlos, it was the most satisfying punch ever, bro. And it's like, to hate a character that much is crazy. I mean, I think it was one of my favorite Luffy moments ever. And I know he's not like he's not considered like the main villain of even his own arc. But come on, man, this guy is pure evil. And I think Charlos, I'm gonna put him at A tier for now. But I think he's underrated. Like, bro, he might have a goofy look. He might be a weird guy. But when you really think about it, bro, and how much you hate him and what he represents as a Celestial Dragon, I don't think I could even name another Celestial Dragon. But Charlos, man, I will never forget him. Magellan's up there. Okay, Blackbeard, Akainu, Dofi. Yep, for sure. Those three for sure. Saturn, Crocodile. Yeah, we're going to get into Saturn and Crocodile, of course, man. Bellamy, bro. Yeah, we got to do Bellamy, bro. I can't. The same way I hate Charlos, I hate Bellamy, bro. He, like, I'll never forget when he disrespected Luffy so hard in that bar. But yeah, actually, when we find Bellamy, man, it's over for him, bro. Let's just get like a big one out the way. Let's do Blackbeard. All right, Blackbeard is easy as he might be in GOAT contender. For GOAT category, I'm gonna just put one character gets it. Dofi, maybe maybe Blackbeard. Yeah, Charlos is up there, bro. He is. I mean, I think he's a better villain than a lot of One Piece main arc villains, like especially in the early days. So I gotta go with Charlos, bro, because I just Oda really he really made us hate him, bro. Do you remember when he took that man's wife and Zoro's about to like slice him up and Bonnie had to save him, bro? Like that, even that stuff, it was just like you hated him from the jump. He said, "Come on, y'all, Bellamy changed and became a better person." Okay, I'll say this: Bellamy is he's a well-written character, right? And he's necessary to exist in the One Piece world. Because without Bellamy, it's like there's really people in the world who will, you know, they'll just trash on your dreams, and they'll come for you, bro, and like they won't believe in you. They're very pessimistic. So Bellamy represents that in the real world. So I think he's a necessary character. But you know, like you come on, like, bro, you have to. You had to admit, bro, like when when he was just in that bar laughing at Luffy's dreams, and you didn't hate anyone more than Bellamy at that point. I'm gonna do Luchi next. I think Luchi is a solid A or B tier villain. He's becoming a more developed character now that we see him have a more sympathy for at least his friends, right? So that was a cool development for his character in the recent Egghead arc, or in the recent Egghead chapters. But I like Luchi a lot because at that point he just was a cold-blooded killer, man. He was heartless. He was just he represents a what's his devil fruit, a jaguar or a leopard. So, you know, I don't think personality-wise he's very interesting, but, you know, his fight with Luffy and being that one guy to go toe-to-toe with Luffy and maybe my favorite arc of all time, I think he earned his spot because that fight, it really went down to the wire, man. If it wasn't for, you know, all the stakes that was on the line, you know, trying to save Robin and his crew and Luffy, and Luchi forced Luffy to become a better captain, a better leader. So I don't think he's an amazing villain, but I think he's, you know, he's solid. We'll put him in A or B. Put him in B for now. Absalom is the bottom of the list. Yeah, Absalom. Yeah, he's got to be down there. If I could find him, I'll put him down there. But let's move on to, okay, I think we could find Dofi here maybe. Yeah, here we go, Dofi. All right, I'm going to put Dofi in the GOAT category, man. If someone comes up that's better than Dofi, I'll be surprised. But Dofi is just, man, I think he's a perfect villain. I think his backstory was so good. His interactions with Law and that whole dynamic was just incredible. Even, you know, with Corazon and everything with Dofi, bro, from his laugh to just the little details that we know about him. I mean, bro, we it's implied so many things about him that are just so interesting or just so evil. The whole connection with the Celestial Dragons, everything about it was perfect, man. And he's also just like, bro, when he's on the screen, it's always entertaining. He's just a crazy pirate, crazy individual, and I love how he plays all these different sides. You know, he's helping Kaido, he's helping the world government at times. He has so much information, and he could pull these strings. And I just love his character, man. So yeah, Dofi, definite go for me. We go and by the way, Blackbeard, I want to say Blackbeard, he has the potential, I think, to be the best villain in One Piece by the end. But he's already S tier, man, because, you know, from backstabbing Whitebeard, his own brothers, and you know, there's a lot with Blackbeard that I love about him. His hunger for power. Yeah, Blackbeard is already a great villain, but I think he could become the best villain in One Piece. Katakuri over Luchi. Yeah, I gotta agree with that, man. Katakuri, there was something so great about Katakuri. Let's see if we can find him. Something so great about him. I'm gonna do Arlong real quick. Katakuri was so great because for the first time, I think maybe ever in One Piece, you really care about Katakuri, man. You almost want him to win. I think that was the first time where I was rooting for Katakuri over Luffy, bro. It's like you always want Luffy to win. But that time, I'm like, bro, I low-key want Kat to get this win. Katakuri is putting everything on the line to protect his family, and he's representing his family. He's protecting his siblings. His whole role is that Luffy's coming and barging in, attacking his territory, and Katakuri is holding it down for everybody. The future sight power was so cool at the time, and the mochi power was just, I still love the mochi power, but I think the mochi devil fruit is still one of the more interesting fruits. Like, the way he used it was so cool. Yeah, man, everything. Oh, Katakuri's backstory was underrated. Like, there's so many aspects to Kat, bro. In his fight with Luffy, I mean, an incredible fight, especially in the anime. I wasn't a huge fan of it. In the manga, it gets like a little bit confusing. There's so much going on, especially with the future sight. But in the anime, it's just wow, bro. It's an amazing fight. We'll do Arlong and Katakuri if I can find him. But yeah, Katakuri is I don't know if I might, bro. I might have to go S for Katakuri. I might have to, bro. He's just such a well-written character. He's just, oh man, I just love how when you give me an empathetic character and he can still box, bro. Like, Katakuri is built like a boxer, and he's throwing hands with Luffy. Like, it's just an incredible fight. I think it's besides Luffy and Kaido, I think it's my second favorite fight in One Piece. Let's okay, Whole Cake guy. Let's see if we can find the Whole Cake characters, and then we'll. Yeah, because I couldn't find a villain tier list that was updated, so I had to just do all the characters. All right. When we find him, I'll just move them up as we go. So when we find Katakuri, we'll put him up as. I want to talk about Arlong. Arlong, I mean, I think Arlong is another underrated villain because of how much pain he caused to Nami, how much he made you hate him, right? He's like on the same thing with Charlos. You really hated Arlong, and I think the introduction of Fishman was such a cool concept from Oda. So Arlong's not like the coolest villain or anything, but his whole like Fishman supremacy, like his whole ideology, what he did to Nami, terrorizing that town, showing you that these pirates are truly evil. At the climax of the East Blue Saga, Arlong Park is where a lot of people get hooked on One Piece, and a big part of it is because of Arlong being such a great villain. So I got to give it to him, man. I got to put him in A. He's up there for sure. Let's check out chat. Oh, he said Orochi is also a great villain. Orochi is great the way he's haunted by ghosts of the Kozuki. Great stuff. I kind of wish Orochi was dead when Kaido killed him. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like, I wish that Kaido just killed off Orochi, right? But because that would have made Kaido's character just so much more. It would just make Kaido so much better. But even the fact that Kaido betrayed him, I was already like, yeah, that was dope. But if he ended him, that would have been a lot better. Yeah, when we get to Orochi, I don't think he's my favorite villain or anything, but he's definitely he's a good villain for sure. Like, you can't say he's not a great villain, man. Like, same thing with Charlo, same thing with Arlong. You hate Orochi. He's a backstabber. He's a manipulator. He's evil, man. So Brandon King said bottom 5: Absalom, Hogback, Kudo, Vanderdecken, and Charlotte Flampe. Bro, yeah. Speaking of Charlotte Flampe, man, we were talking about Katakuri. When she did to Katakuri, bro, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing, man. I mean, this guy is protecting your whole family. You look up to him, and you just disrespect him to his face. What a despicable character. Big Mom has grown on me. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into Big Mom, man. I know Big Mom is a controversial one for sure, but let's try to get some more characters here. Shiryu, let's just do Shiryu. I'll be honest, bro. I think Shiryu is mid, bro. Is that a hot take? I think Shiryu is like I think his devil fruit is honestly one of the worst devil fruits for such an important, and he should be a terrifying character. When you give him something like the invisibility fruit, it's like I just feel like it could have been so much better for him. His whole aura is great. He's portrayed to be this incredible villain, but I feel like we haven't seen it. So I gotta go with C for him. Senor Pink. Now you might, okay, I might be biased here, but I'm gonna just go S tier, bro. Senor Pink is my favorite. It's one of my favorite backstories, man, and I think it might be. It is, bro. It's the only backstory in One Piece where I cried. Like, I don't know what it was, bro. Like there's a lot of sad backstories in One Piece, but Senor Pink's just was so shocking, and it hit me, man. So, getting that emotional connection to Senor Pink, and it's just the whole design, the way Oda set it up was perfect. I know it's crazy, bro, but I'm going S tier, bro. He's up there with Blackbeard for me. I would like to hear what you guys think about that. Where do you guys put Senor Pink? S tier, or is that just too high? I mean, I it might be, but I'm going S tier. Let's do we'll do should we do Queen and King? Queen is just the goofiest character, bro. And you know what's funny? As much as I hate Queen because he's so annoying at times, I love Queen because he's just so funny and entertaining. Like, the way he's dancing around, jiggling around, and like, I just think he's so goofy and just ridiculous and over the top, where it's like just a classic One Piece character. Truly evil, man. The stuff that he's doing with the plagues and all these different the ice onis and the zombies. And I have to say, I like Queen more than Shiryu. I know that's gonna piss somebody off in the chat, but Queen is just, as much as we give him a hard time, but he's memorable, bro. Like, so okay, King now. King, to this day, bro, King and Zoro is that's Zoro's best fight, right? Like that pushed Zoro to his limits. He had to unlock Conqueror's Haki. He had to awaken and push himself so far. And from his design to just the whole Lunarian lore, I don't know if he's like my favorite character personality wise. He's kind of dry, right? He's got this like, I don't know, he's not the most interesting character, but surrounding him with Lunarians and just a lot of stuff with that, and just being a great fighter. I don't know if I could put him higher than B, but I do think he was a really cool character, man. We'll go with Jack. We'll put Jack in. Honestly, bro, Joe, it was crazy. Is like Jack, I think maybe might have been the best villain out of the three, because you know what happened with Zoe, and when you see him gassing up these minks, bro, it's like, what is he do? Like, bro, this is crazy, and he's just terrorizing an entire island, an entire people. Oh yeah, Jack. From that moment, I mean, Jack was a great villain. So I'm gonna put him in there with King and Queen, but I think I like him a little bit more as a villain, as an antagonist. Not more as a character, but like more as an antagonist. I think he was actually really good for his role. Let's do here's Cracker. See, Cracker is like, he was powerful, but he just wasn't a great villain. Like there's nothing really to him besides being strong. So I'm gonna go D for Cracker, unfortunately. Yeah, I just didn't really care too much for him. But so let's check out chat real quick. You're right, we haven't seen Blackbeard's crew be big antagonists yet. Yeah, we got to see a lot more for Blackbeard, man. Like we've seen Blackbeard, but we got to see more from, you know, Shiryu, from even people like Katarina Devon. I want to see more. I think she has potential to be really cool. You know, you got people like Lafitte, and there's a lot of potential there, but it's like we haven't seen it yet. The most sinister thing about Jack was actually a Caesar feat, though. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, speaking of Caesar, bro, let's try to find Caesar. Oh, here's Katakuri, right? We're talking about Katakuri. Yeah, Katakuri is S tier, man. He just is, bro. He, like, I don't know if you can point out a single flaw about his character. There's probably something you can nitpick, but like, bro, Katakuri is a damn near perfect character. Let's do who? We said Caesar. Let's try to find Caesar real quick. Oh, we could do Buggy. I saw Buggy. All right, chat. Where y'all ranking Buggy, man? I gotta know where y'all ranking Buggy. I think for me, it's fun. Like Buggy, I think he grew on me a lot, and I don't even like him more as an antagonist now. I think I just like him more over time. But you know, he wasn't a bad villain. It's just so goofy, so ridiculous. But to be fair to Buggy, man, he did one shot Zoro, so you got you got to give him that. And it was just funny, bro. It's like when Luffy turned him into a little tiny Buggy form. That was hilarious. I don't know if he's a great villain though. I guess now with the Cross Guild thing, I'll put him in A. That was a really big moment for Buggy. I don't think I could put him too high. I know some people are gonna say S. I know there's like some huge Buggy stands out there, and trust me, I mean, I love Buggy, but just as a villain, as an antagonist, I don't think I could put him up there with Blackbeard. And yeah, I'm seeing Buggy contender for GOAT, man. Yeah, like I said, bro, I can see it. It's just for me, I can't put him up there in the same thing with Katakuri and Blackbeard and Senior Pink. All right, so let's talk about Kaido, man. I'm making a video on Kaido, right? So I don't want to say too much because I'm going to explain everything in detail, analyzing his character, breaking everything down of why I love Kaido. I think Kaido is a perfect One Piece villain. He has the perfect amount of goofiness. He's tied in with these themes of One Piece, taking away people's freedom. He is, he's he's and when you think about Kaido, he's a very piratey character too. Like the guy lives in a giant Onigashima school. His goofy laugh. Like there's so many things with Kaido. Then you have the aspect of him just being so strong and so entertaining whenever he fights. I gotta put Kaido in S, man. I think he's the perfect One Piece villain that we've seen so far. I think Blackbeard will surpass him. But for the story of One Piece, I think Kaido he's pretty, like, he's perfect, man. Like he's perfect for the narrative, and he's exactly what Wano needed. He's like the best aspects of everything that you love from a One Piece villain combined into this most extreme version. Let's do Kaku. I used to love Kaku, man. I used to love him even more than Luchi. He's just he's like a goofball, man. Like I feel like Kaku, I always wanted him to be a Straw Hat just because he's so silly. He's fun. He's not like, he doesn't feel evil, right? Like he doesn't feel so evil like Luchi does. Like Luchi feels like he's definitely evil. Kaku, you can see like he's pretty playful and fun, and he just seems like like he's just he's just doing his job, man. So yeah, and that one scene where he like jumps off the building and he's like flying around looking like Spider-Man, like that was always a cool moment for me. One of my favorite panels in Water 7. Let's see what else we can find here. Let's see, we can find Enel maybe in the Skypiea stuff right here. Oh, let's do okay, bro. Hawkins. Wait, did I skip it? Where is he? Oh man, I lost him. I think Hawkins, bro, Hawkins might be one of my least favorite characters in One Piece. Now, to be fair, bro, he's a well-written character. Yeah, I completely lost. I don't know where he is now. But when we find him, I'll put him at the low tier. I think he's well-written. I don't think he's like a terribly written character. I just think he's boring, and I feel like, I don't know, man. Out of all the Supernova, he just bores me. I hate his willpower and just, or I guess the lack of willpower. He's a supernova, and he just has no real conviction, man. So, let's do Enel, man. Enel, Enel is... Enel's a funny one, man. Like, bro, Enel, I love his character. I think he's a very entertaining character, and he's one of the highlights of Skypiea. I'm not a big Skypiea fan, first of all. So that's gonna maybe be, my biggest problem with Enel is I don't think he's a well-written villain because, first of all, he lacks any sense of development or motivation or complexity, right? Like there's no, we don't understand Enel at all. There's no explanation for why he's the way he is. There's no understanding of why does Enel want to go to the moon? Why is he nuking a sky island, wanting to send it to the ground? Why did he destroy Burka? Why did he do all these things? We never knew. There's literally no backstory. There's not even like hints of why. At least, people, that's the thing, like people complain with Kaido, right? Why, like they say, oh, like Kaido's backstory was, it wasn't good. But it's like, bro, to me, Enel is the completely unfleshed character that people love. So I just don't understand that. But yeah, man, Enel, I love, he's entertaining at the very least, right? Like, his power was so cool with the lightning, but I just feel like, man, he could have been so much better. And we had Skypiea was a long arc. It was like 60 chapters, right? So there was time to flesh out Enel's character when we're just goofing off fighting some of, the weirdest henchmen. Like, bro, Enel's crew is also trash. Satori and Watsuri and all these, like, the God Squads or whatever they're called, like, bro, they're trash, bro. So yeah, he's not my favorite, but I will say, bro, he's pretty damn funny, and I do love the charisma that he does show. So at least for that, I'm giving Enel a B. All right, let's see. Oh, we could do Foxy, man. See, Foxy's a funny one because on some level, the Davy Back fight was so much fun. But on another level, Foxy is maybe one of the more annoying characters in One Piece. So I'm gonna go with C for Foxy. I know some guy, some Foxy fan, if Dax Sake's in the chat, he's gonna riot. But I just can't put Foxy that high, man. I just can't do it. Let's see who else we got. Oh, here we go, Bellamy. We were talking about bro, do I put Bellamy in trash or like I feel like, bro, I'm putting Bellamy in trash. I know I'm biased, man. I just can't stand him, bro. And I think the thing about Bellamy that I really hated was I know he had a little bit of development in Dressrosa, but when he's still standing by his horrible decisions and he doesn't want to grow, right? Because you can have development and not grow. Bellamy is still fighting Luffy out of his own conviction. Like Luffy gave you a second chance and Luffy's saying, I'm your friend. And it's like, he doesn't even want to fight Luffy. He just does it just because he's like, bro, I gotta just stand on what I set out for. And I gotta stand by Doflamingo, bro. It's like, I don't get it, man. Like, Doflamingo was using you like a puppet. He didn't care about you at all. And he knew that, and he still was just like, yeah, I'm gonna stand by Doflamingo. I hated that, bro. I was like, so I don't know. Bellamy is one of my least favorite characters in One Piece, but like we said earlier, he's necessary for the story. I understand his role in the story and why he's written that way. But for me, man, yeah, I can't stand him. Magellan. Someone earlier said Magellan's one of the best villains in One Piece, right? I think I heard somebody in the chat say that. Brandon King said Mori's a D. Braids Gaming said Akainu. Yeah, we're gonna get to these, man. Akainu for sure is up there, bro. Vexter said Enel gave us one of the most goated reaction gifts of all time. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, Enel, when he was bro, he was entertaining as hell. Like, the whole situation with Luffy with that surprise reaction when he's just like one-shotting Zoro and Sanji. It's like, whoa, like, bro, like, this is crazy, man. So yeah, Enel was there was a lot of fun stuff with Enel. Magellan is A, bro, because he took on everybody in Impel Down. And this guy was, I mean, he was standing on business, bro. He was fighting Blackbeard, Jinbei, Crocodile, Luffy, from, Blackbeard's crew. It was like, this guy took on the world, man. And Ivankov, like, so many characters. And like, to see that type of conviction, like, this is my prison, bro. And he really stood on his territory, and you got to respect it. I mean, that was terrifying. They had to nerf Magellan so hard by making him shit his pants constantly. It's like, I mean, and it was funny, bro. I'm not gonna, like, it was pretty damn funny, but it's just, man, I wish Enel would return, bro. They had to nerf him with diarrhea, and it's crazy, bro. We'll do, who else we got next? We can do, let's find like a controversial one. Oh, yeah, we can find Orochi probably right here. I don't see him. But we can do, let's do, oh, the Gorosei. Let's do the Gorosei. Who should we use for the Gorosei? Let's use, we'll use Venus Judo, man. The best Gorosei right now. My favorite bro, the best design too. I made a poll for who's the best Gorosei design. He won like 73%. The Gorosei right now are competing for GOAT. They are, bro. Like, I love the entire concept, man. So first of all, you have basically One Piece's version of the Illuminati. Then you have them being these completely satanic, demonic, like, bro, what is Oda doing with these? Like, it's surpassing what I've ever wanted for One Piece, right? Like, I've always thought, like, this could be the route he takes, but somehow he's surpassing it. Saturn was an absolutely horrifying villain, man. Like, this guy's heartless, and I think it's funny, like, he's a spider, right, but he's calling people insects. That's always been funny to me. But when we saw what he did to Kuma, just his entire the evil presence, right? Like, we haven't seen a Gorosei smile once in the series, and that contrasts Luffy so well as Joy Boy. I think they're so intense, man. Like, blowing up islands, like Ohara and Egghead, and the fact that you can when Saturn teleported 5 Gorosei into Egghead. I mean, it was just I just couldn't believe Oda was doing this. So, and finding out they're actually strong, I think it's maybe the most important part to this, because they could have just been these like manipulating political forces, but finding out the Gorosei are powerful and they are just ridiculous, man. So far, I don't know if I want to put them higher than Dofi, because we still haven't seen enough. Like, we've seen a lot, bro. Don't get me wrong, but I still want to see a little bit more. And I think by the end of Egghead, they're going to be contending for the GOAT. So right now I'll put them at the top of S, but yeah, the Gorosei are just incredible right now. We'll do Emu. I don't really know how to rank Emu, but considering this guy conquered the entire world and is manipulating everything from the shadows, you got to give him some kind of credit, right? Like, I don't want to put him too high yet. We haven't seen enough. We'll put him in B though. He's good enough so far. Like, he's done enough, bro. Just his entire lore and the mystery is already good enough. We'll do. Let's do Croc, bro. Croc, and this is gonna. Okay, bro. Y'all might shit on me for this one, man. Croc is B, bro. I know people love Croc. Croc is B. Same kind of thing with Enel. Is like, his motivations are a little bit. We haven't fleshed out Croc enough yet. Now, don't get me wrong, bro. Him shoving a hook through Luffy's body was, I mean, I was worried for Luffy's life, man. And he has some incredible moments, but I don't know. There's something, like, I know people love Croc. I love his design. I love how he manipulated Alabasta and the entire story of that. But I just feel like Baroque Works was kind of lame at certain points. Bonchan betrayed him. Robin betrayed him. It's like, it just wasn't really a well put together organization. It was kind of just like, I don't know, didn't really make too much sense. But, the Sandman being involved and taking over this desert island, I thought that was really a smart and genius move for a villain. And maybe I'm just a hater, bro, because I can't really think of too much negative to say, but I just feel like Croc wasn't good enough to be put in the A tier. I just can't do it, bro. I think he's on the same level as like a Luchi, right? Like, you love him, but he's not. I don't know, bro. There's something missing for me. It might be motivation. It might be. We got to see more of his character. But I think the Crossguard's it's really going to help him. I think it's just, I just feel like there's something lacking there, bro. Maybe I'm just tripping, bro. Maybe I just wish we would have seen more for Croc. And I also think there's a lot of villains in One Piece that have just surpassed him over the years. All right, let's do Caesar. Caesar, listen, man, he's like another one. Like, I gotta put him there with Foxy. He's too annoying. When he took out Luffy, I was like, bro, how, bro? His devil fruit is kind of overpowered, but I'll say this, bro. When Oda can make you hate a villain so much, like with Bellamy, like with Caesar, it's kind of a good thing, right? Because it's like, you really do hate them, and they're supposed to be hated. But at the same time, bro, they're just so damn annoying. Or I just can't do it, man. Caesar might be in D tier, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I might have to put him in D. Alright, so alright. Oh man, this we'll get to him. We'll get to him. I want to try to find some of these characters and just move them up so we could just knock them out. And I think Moria might be here. Oh, no, he's probably with the Warlords. All right, so let's keep looking around here. By the way, chat, he said my man Don Krieg should be in the top of the list. Bro, I'll be honest, bro. Don Krieg, I did not like Don Krieg, bro. Like that guy. I think he's one of the more forgettable characters in One Piece, to be honest. But I know Sai loves Don Krieg, and I know he's half trolling. And I know there's some people that might like Don Krieg, but he's not for me, man. Wait, let's try to find some of these. Oh, we got OT. We'll do OT. We'll do Vergo is him though, bro. I don't know. Listen, bro, Vergo, I do think he okay, his ornament hockey was cool, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like that was cool. But I just feel like another character that was just a little bit too boring for me, bro. His personality was boring, and I honestly, I found his gag so lame. The whole like where he has like the meat stuck to his face, or like he has like a cheeseburger stuck to his face. I was like, I think that's one of the least funny gags in One Piece. It's just random. It's just like it's not really that funny to me. Maybe the first time I was like, oh, that's kind of funny, I guess, but you know, I don't know, it got old way too fast. And it didn't even make me laugh enough the first time, right? So I don't know, bro. Vergo was him in the sense like he was taking on Law and Smoker at the same time, and he was strong, bro, but it's like, I don't know, I found him boring. And I'll be honest, bro, like Punk Hazard as a whole, I don't think it helps Vergo's case. Like, I just think Caesar, Vergo, I found a lot of these characters, even Monet, I found them kind of just like uninteresting. I didn't like that arc too much. So that might affect my bias on Vergo, but yeah, man. All right, I'm gonna ask you guys this, chat. Do we consider Mihawk a antagonist? Mihawk. He is Zoro's final battle. He did fight Zoro, but he also did train him, right? So like, I don't know if it's a weird one. Is Mihawk an antagonist? He was part of the Marineford War, but he didn't even do anything, right? So like, he's not really antagonist. Is Mihawk an antagonist? I don't know. I don't think he is, right? Like, he might not even be on this list. All right, let's go back to Ulti. Ulti is pretty cool. I think, bro, she might be my favorite of the Beast Pirates. Her energy was so, like, I'll be honest, bro, at first Ulti was annoying as hell, bro, when she's like screaming Page One's name constantly and just screaming, like, she's just constantly screaming, talking about she's gonna, you know, she's the strongest Toby Robo and this and that, and just, I found her incredibly annoying at first, but I will say, she backed it up, bro. She backed up all the shit she was talking. She backed it up, and you gotta respect Ulti, bro. Like, she was clashing with Yamato and Luffy and Big Mom and fighting Nami, and if there's any of these Toby Robos that because I honestly do, I could see Ulti getting Conqueror's Haki one day, unlocking it, and yeah, man, like, she was annoying at first, but I grew to love her character over time. Her design is incredible. She's funny, man. Like, she's just a really fun character to have, just causing chaos, and I really enjoyed Ulti, man. Magellan, bro, top A list. Yeah, I'll give it to. I'll put him up there. But I just think I think Charlos is just we talked about it earlier. I just think Charlos is like, he's the perfect villain for One Piece, but he just didn't do much. But it's like, just his existence in the world makes you understand why people hate the Celestial Dragon so much. Like, he showcases the corruption at such a fast time span, and for that, I feel like, yeah, I gotta put him A above Magellan. But Frog says Ulti was entertaining. That's what matters. Dofi at the top what is that? Parmesanchez. Dofi at the top W list. Yeah, man, Dofi's at the top still, bro. Like I said, the Gorosei maybe can compete for that top spot, but you know, we got to see at the end of Vacate, I think, is going to determine that. But yeah, man. Oh, okay, so OT Asian P said OT should be in C, Shiryu should be in B, Jack should be in C. Shiryu, like I mentioned, bro, Shiryu, he just hasn't done anything yet, right? Like, he has the potential. He's been hyped up to be a great villain one day. He's part of the Blackbeard Pirates, so like that really helps him a lot too. But I just feel like he has that chance, but he's just not there yet. Let's see if we can find some more. I gotta find Big Mom, bro. I know Big Mom is like, we do Wapol too. Another D tier villain, bro. I don't understand how. First of all, I don't understand how Wapol made it out the Gorosei, escaped the Gorosei room. I don't know how he's overhearing the Gorosei. These guys have Conqueror's Haki. I'm assuming Future Sight. Like, I'm assuming incredible observation Haki. It's like, bro, how does... like, I know it's like, you could say it's plot, bro, but it's like, Sabo was one part of that, and then, like, Wapol just takes it too far. Like, Sabo, I can understand. He's pretty fast, right? Like, he's like, his Logia, he's trying to escape, and he's, you know, he's a man on a mission, right? Like, Sabo is no joke. Wapol escaping too is like, it was such a massive L for the Gorosei, man. But anyways, Wapol. What good can you really say about Wapol? I mean, you just hate the guy, right? Like he's a good villain in that sense, but he's so lame, bro. It's like, I can't put him in any tier above D. He's got to go in D. But let's look at some more of these. We got where is Don Krieg? Here we go. We do Don Krieg, bro. Somebody said Don Krieg is you know, an amazing character. Top of A, right? Is that what somebody said? Top of A. Don Krieg is going in D, bro. He's just his fight with Luffy was so lame, bro. It's like, I loved Baratie I loved it until Don Krieg showed up. Like, literally, bro, like, Mihawk and Zoro was so cool. The entire idea of Baratie was so cool. And everything about that arc was going good. And then Don Krieg shows up, and now I'm just bored, bro, for like 5 straight chapters. And, like, there's a reason why Don Krieg never returns, right? He shouldn't, bro. Let's see who we get. I don't think I'm not gonna do Shiki, bro, because like, he's a movie villain. Even though his dance is pretty funny, I don't want to do Shiki. We could do Ku's. Oh, let's do the Admirals, right? Let's do these Admirals. Let's do we'll do Kizaru, Kuzan, Fujitora. We gotta do Greenbull, of course. Twerkbull. And I don't know, I can't find a Kainu. He's probably in here somewhere. But wait, where is it? Oh, here. Wait, is that? No, that's not Kainu. Oh, here he is. All right, let's do a Kainu. All right, so yeah, we're gonna do the Admirals. Chat, let me know, who is your favorite Admiral before we get into it. Who is your favorite? I think my favorite Admiral has to be, it's between Kuzan and Fujitora. Okay? Now, the tricky thing here is because, you know, we're doing the best antagonists and villains, right? And for me, even though I love Fujitora more, even though I love Kuzan more, to me there is one character here who is easily the best villain in this list, or in this grouping of Admirals. There is one guy who is just so much better of an antagonist, and he is terrifying, bro. Every time he shows up in a fight, he's going to be terrifying. Oda's saving him last for a reason, and that has to be Akainu. Akainu is an S tier villain, bro. This guy killed Ace. you know, he blew off Whitebeard's head. He was talking trash to Whitebeard. Like, he was disrespecting the hell out of Whitebeard. He was going crazy in Marineford. I mean, he is a huge part of why Marineford is such a great arc, such an entertaining arc. So if we're talking just like strictly being a villain, bro, he's so evil, bro. He's blowing up his own Marine crewmates and like he has no care. I mean, the Ohara incident, Akainu was literally he's the reason why Kuzan had to change his entire perspective on the Marines, right? Like when he saw Akainu blowing up innocent civilians that are just trying to escape or just like innocent kids. That was like, bro, that like Kuzan couldn't even understand. Like, yeah, this is not justice. And now Akainu becoming Fleet Admiral, defeating Kuzan. Like, bro, this guy is an S tier villain. I can't wait to see more of him. I mean, it seems like everybody has a problem with Akainu, whether it's Garp, Luffy, Kuzan. Like, there's like, it just seems like Kuzan is really being set up to be this fun. I mean, people even theorize that Dragon is going to be like a former rival to Akainu, and like they got some past history. So by definition, Fujitora is an antagonist. Oh, so okay, so yeah, is Fujitora even an antagonist? I guess is the question, right? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll and see what you guys think. Is Fujitora? It's similar to me. It's like the Mihawk situation, right? Is Fujitora even an antagonist in the first place? I can see what you're saying here because he's technically he didn't fight Luffy, right? Like he didn't go up against Luffy. But to be fair, like he is siding with the Marines, and he did help with the creation of SSG. He did kind of help politicize that. He did kind of push that whole narrative of the Seraphim and Vegapunk's replacement of the warlords, and he's still involved in the Marines. I can see why people would say he's not, though. Right? Because he's trying to do good. He's trying to fix these systems, and he didn't even fight Luffy. He was gonna fight Doflamingo and take him in. So I can see it, bro. I can see what you guys are saying. Akainu was S tier in pre-time skip. Post-time skip Akainu is shit. Just trash. Listen, bro, like, okay, I see what you're saying, bro, because he hasn't done anything, right? Like, he hasn't done a single thing. But yeah. I think you gotta just, because we gotta assume that Akainu was being saved for the end for a reason. So I don't think you could just say, like, he hasn't done anything, so he's bad now, but yeah, so Fujitora, I don't think he's gonna be in this tier list. But since we're not doing him, we can do Greenbull. I know I meme on Greenbull. I know we love to disrespect Greenbull. He's a funny character to roast, but Greenbull is a meme. We can't get around that, right? No, there's nothing we could do to get around Greenbull being a meme. But what I can say is I love a classic, just memeable, evil, stereotypically just horrible guy. Like this guy, bro, when he's talking about what does he say? Prejudice breeds stability. Like quotes like that are just wild. But even though they're just so they're so out there, I don't think that makes him it makes him a good villain, bro. Because it's like, to me, Greenbull reminds me of like a classic Dragon Ball Z villain in a sense. Like he's goofy, you can't take him too serious, but at the same time he's like just this completely horrible guy. And we got to see more of him. I think that's really what's holding down Greenbull. It's like he hasn't done anything to take him too seriously. It's like quickly defeating Raizo and like a few scabbards isn't enough, right? Especially for an admiral. He's definitely not in C. I'll go B for Greenbull. at the low tier B. I can't put him too high, man. I just can't do it. But let me know what you guys think about Greenbull. By the way, guys, like the stream. Make sure you like the stream. Shout out to everybody who's watching. Shout out to everybody in chat that's been, you guys have been a great chat so far, interacting with the stream. But make sure you like the stream, man. Let's try to get to 20 likes. Let's try to get these likes up, and we'll keep moving on. Let's do oh my god, bro. Oh my goodness. Who is this guy? I forgot his name. Trebol, right? Yeah, bro, Trebol is just the bottom of the, like, he is the bottom of the barrel, man. Like, this guy is, wow. He is a trash villain. I mean, first of all, it's disgusting, bro. Like, the whole idea of him just being this, he's a booger, right? Like, he that concept alone is already going to make you hate him. But then he's also just weird and annoying. And I'll say, the only good thing I can say about Trebol is he's loyal, right? He's loyal to Dofi. So I can respect that to a certain extent, right? But, alright, so you guys voted yes, Mihawk is antagonist. So, where are we putting Mihawk? If he is an antagonist, he's not like the greatest. I guess maybe he is the greatest antagonist then, because he's Zoro's final villain, and Zoro's entire dream is reliant upon him beating Mihawk. So for that, I gotta put him in S tier. When he was talking trash to Zoro, saying, I don't gotta hunt a mere rabbit with like a sword, or what was it? You don't need more than like a knife to hunt a rabbit. That line was one of the greatest lines in One Piece when it comes to trash talk. One of the coolest lines, and Mihawk's entire introduction. I was a huge fan of Mihawk. The one thing I could say that could put him down to A is the fact that during Marineford, he didn't do anything, right? He didn't contribute a single thing. I mean, he cut a Buggy, and even Buggy, like, didn't do anything. He was in a standstill with Vista, and like, it's just like, Mihawk was an embarrassment in Marineford. He just wasn't. I honestly, that was the only negative thing I can ever say for Marineford is Mihawk, because I was such a huge Mihawk fan, and it's like we were being so hyped up for the Warlords, and Oda just dropped the ball with that one, man. But I still think, just from the fact of Mihawk, he's so powerful. He's already gained so much respect throughout the world, calling himself the strongest swordsman. And now Zoro's goal is, like, bro, when we saw Zoro, like, shivering up, like, I've never seen Zoro afraid of anything. And he was, like, he was nervous to fight Mihawk. So, yeah, I think he's got to go in S. Let's see, we could do... Let's do... Oh, wait, we still got one more Admiral, right? Yeah, Kizaru. Oh, Kuzan, too. We'll do Kizaru. I think Kizaru, I'll put him... Right now, his introduction, he was an A-tier character. B or A, right? I really did like his character. His personality, he was super entertaining. And I think right now what Oda's doing is making him have the potential to be one of the more better-written Admirals. But honestly, bro, if Kizaru does not switch sides, if he does not go to, if there's not a conclusion to his arc, right? Because Oda's been building a character arc for Kizaru where his whole character is unsure justice. And so, if by the end of Egghead he's still unsure, he still hasn't taken his stance and figure out his justice and what side he wants to stand on. I mean, I'm cool with him standing on the Marine side too, don't get me wrong. But he has to pick a side, right? Like, he has to, there has to be a conclusion to Kizaru's arc here. And so for that, because I'm a little bit unsure about that, I'm putting him in B. I think he has the potential to be A, or maybe even S, honestly. Like he might be one of the best written villains at the end of this. But we gotta wait and see, man. because it has not looked good right now for Kizaru. I was so excited too for him to come to Egghead, and he hasn't really lived up to the expectation in my mind. And it's just like I kind of do miss the classic goofy Kizaru, but he's going through a lot, to be fair, man. To be fair to Kizaru, he did take out Vegapunk. He did accomplish his mission. You know, I'm putting him in A, bro, for that. Because, I think I gotta respect Kizaru. Kuzan is another interesting one. For a long time, people would say he's not even an antagonist. But, you know, because he was helping Robin, he was helping the Straw Hats at some points. But at this point, bro, it's like there's no way you can argue it because he has joined the Blackbeard crew. The only way I could say he's not an antagonist is if he somehow switches up again. You know, he's somehow playing the long game and trying to infiltrate Blackbeard, right? And he's somehow still helping out the Marines or just finding his own way to infiltrate Blackbeard. And like I honestly I don't think so, bro, because he did defeat Garp, and so I'm full, like, I know there's some weird stuff with Kuzan, but he sold me, man. His performance sold me. If that's a performance, I'm sold on him being a villain. So, and if he is, he's an S, because joining the Blackbeard Pirates as an Admiral is crazy, bro. Like, this guy was nominated to be Fleet Admiral, and he just joins the Blackbeard Pirates. And so, being the strongest guy on Blackbeard's crew, besides Blackbeard, and helping him accomplish his dreams, I mean, that should terrify everybody. That is a crazy move to make. I think he's also one of the more interesting and compelling characters in One Piece as well. So, you know, his entire, like, he's like similar to Kizaru, right? Like, he's going through these different, he's going through a battle in his mind, right? About what's good and wrong, or what's right and wrong, where he belongs in the world, what's his role, what's his destiny, what's his purpose, what's the way that he can accomplish his goals. And so Doran Ross said, an antagonist opposes the main character's goals. Fujitora was that until the end. Yeah, I can like I said, like, I can see that, bro, because he helped Luffy. It's kind of like Bonchan, right? Like, Bonchan was an antagonist until he helped Luffy. Fuji is B. I don't know. Okay, so Poe said no, Fujitora is not an antagonist. So I think we're just not gonna rank him for this tier list. But yeah, let's move on, guys. Let's go on to another. Let's find some more antagonists that we could talk about here. I think, who's another character that I really want to talk about? We did Katakuri. We did. Oh wait, let's see if we can find Big. Oh, here's Big Mom. Big Mom, guys. What do you guys think about Big Mom? Maybe the most controversial villain in One Piece. Where do you rank Big Mom? Big Meme, Charlotte Ling Ling. I mean, this woman is just, wow, bro. I've seen people love Big Mom. I've seen people hate her. Some people might say she's in the trash category. I mean, Big Mom is oh man, you gotta love her, but you also gotta hate her, right? And I'll be honest, bro. Like, people, they give her too much of a hard time, bro. Because Big Mom, as much as some people are annoyed by these things, I find it just hilarious, bro. Oda is trolling everybody with Big Mom, and it's constant. I mean, she's like dancing around, singing like a musical when we first see her. She is eating her children alive. Like, what, bro? What is that, bro? Like, what the she also, I don't want to get into too much detail because this is just like horrible, right? But like, what she did to Shifu and his dad, I mean, that is the most evil thing you could do. Yeah, bro. Big Mom is an S, bro. And all right, I'm getting kind of worried because we got a lot of people in S tier. I think we got to make a separate tier. All right. let's do S. What can we do besides, like, cause I feel like there's too many people, bro. Let's do, okay, we'll do SS. If you guys can think of a better name for SS, we will change it. But for now, we're gonna do SS. Goat. Put Dofi and Goat. All right, so SS, I gotta, I'll make a rule, just to make it more interesting. Only 5 people can go in SS. So we'll do Gorosei, Blackbeard, Akainu, Katakuri, and Kaido. So far. Big Mom is like fine wine. She gets better with time. Yeah, I mean, Big Mom, there are some times where it's like, all right, Oda, you're doing a bit too much here. The amnesia's a kind of once again, I find it funny, bro. I don't find it like this like horrible. Like, it wasn't even that bad in the end, right? Like, people kind of were just going crazy when it first happened, but when you look back on it, like, it wasn't really bad. Like, it was pretty funny and just goofy and kind of fun. I think people were worried, though. It's like it could be this horrible, disastrous consequence and make Wano into a complete joke. But, for what it was, I don't think it was that big of a deal, as people like to make it out to seem at first. Who are we missing? Who are like some big characters that we're missing? Oh, is this the bandit from... Yeah, this is the bandit. Yeah, this guy goes in trash, bro. The bandit from East Blue Saga. That guy's a bum, bro. I think... Who are we missing? I feel like we're missing somebody big, right? Accent Morgan. Another trash villain, but T-Bone, another T-Bone, just out of respect, man. RP T-Bone. I'll put him above Shiryu, man. Oh, here we gotta talk about Wanzi, bro. Yeah, Hody Jones. Yeah, we gotta talk about Hody Jones, but Wanzi, just for the meme, I'm putting him in S, or I'm putting him in Go with Doflamingo, bro. I don't know if there's Wanzi. Okay, there's a few times, bro. Punk Hazard had me laughing a few times when Law did the personality switch, when we saw Sanji and Chopper with Frankie's body, and there was a lot of funny moments there. Punk Hazard had some really funny moments, but Wanzi versus Sanji was, I was crying laughing, bro. I could not stop laughing. Like, he is just so derpy and just so stupid. Like, bro, look at his face. So because of Wanzi, I gotta respect it, bro. Like, this guy, he's just like he's like such the way I see Wanzi, bro, is like, he's like Sanji if Sanji was just like an idiot, bro. Like, I just love Wanzi, man. Do we do Caesar? I think we did do Caesar, yeah. I think we did. I think he's in trash. We gotta find Hody Jones. That's true. Oh, here's the Fishman. Bro, Pooh is going in D. This guy is so annoying, man. I think up there with Hawkins, right? Like, one of the worst supernova. Oh, man. Especially the anime, bro. He's like banging it. He's like playing his trumpet and banging the drums, and he's just so obnoxious, bro. So I gotta, yeah. Apu is one of my least favorite villains in One Piece. See if we can find somebody interesting here. We got the Seraphim. Where do you guys put the Seraphim? I feel like the Seraphim are interesting enough to be in B. Um, the whole lore behind them and the idea that they are Lunarians mixed with the warlords. The story where they, the Seraphim, I think people miss this. They have a really dark backstory, bro. It's like these are children who are created for war. They're child soldiers. They have no free will. They're completely stripped of their free will by Vegapunk and the Gorosei. And so I just think it's a tragedy, honestly. Like, but there is a lot of potential for the Seraphim. So as a group, I'll put them in B. But I just, I don't know, man. I feel bad for them, man. I really do feel bad for the Seraphim.
Yo, preach.
What's going on, bro? What's good, Prince?
Sorry to interrupt the stream, everybody. Just wanted to say, how in the world do you have Bellamy in trash? I really want an explanation.
Oh man, bro, you should have been there when I was roasting the hell out of him, bro. It's just
why?
Listen, bro, I could go on a whole rant about Bellamy again, and it's just, I think Bellamy, I said to chat, I said I understand his role in the story is very important. And I understand why he's necessary. I understand, like, he is trashing on Luffy's dream, and there's gonna be people like that in the real world, and you gotta, you gotta move through it and move past it and ignore what they say. But at the same time, bro, it's like he was the most disrespectful character to Luffy, and I just can't stand him, bro. Like the fact that he has the nerve to talk so much trash to Luffy, and he's just this Doflamingo fodder character. And the thing that like really pissed me, like, bro, when Luffy punched him, it was so satisfying, right?
Oh, of course. The first time, yes.
The first time. And like I saw somebody in chat say that you could say like Doflamingo got better. But to me, I think he got worse, bro, because when he's even then still, he's gone this whole journey to Skypiea, that was pretty cool. But when he's still, even after Luffy, when he knows Luffy's right, and he knows Luffy is the real deal, Luffy is even forgiving him, calling him his friend. And, like, he's still fighting Luffy, bro. And, like, there's even a point where he's like, yeah, I'm not even doing this because Doflamingo's controlling me anymore. I'm going to fight you, and I'm going to stand on my horrible decision. Like, bro, you have the chance to redeem yourself, and you still don't even, like, he knows he's wrong, and he doesn't even want to fight him, and he still does. I'm like, bro, you have no willpower, and I hate Bellamy because of that, bro.
In my opinion, like, I understand why you would not like him when he had the chance to turn to Luffy, but I feel like Luffy wouldn't respect that decision, specifically because Bellamy goes into it that he's like, yo, if I want to be a man, if I want to be like someone who's determined in my actions and talk about all these things, I need to stick with what I've chosen. I need to stick throughout my idol that I've chosen in life and make sure that I'm following through with it, rather than me just picking sides whenever I feel like it, being flaky whenever I want. So, and Luffy gets that too, which is why he's like, then this fight's the last. And then Bellamy improves, man. I feel like Bellamy is such a good character to show in terms of what someone can do when they're inspired by someone else to achieve their dreams, and then they go out and do it themselves. Bellamy is perfect proof for that. So in my opinion, like, I get why like people don't like him, obviously in the first encounter and in the like second encounter when he still tries to go with Dofi, but I feel like the people you put him with is much worse than that. I mean, we're talking bro. Captain Morgan, we're talking Trebol. Who else is there? The goddamn Mountain Bandit? Bro. Come on.
Listen, bro, I hate Bellamy, and I had to put them in there I had to put them in there with some great company. But listen, bro, I made a poll, and so we're gonna find out what the chat thinks. Is Bellamy a good villain or a bad villain? Maybe I'm just so biased, and Prince is the voice of the people here. I mean, it might be true, bro, because I'm gonna chat. What do you guys think? Like, is Bellamy a good or a good antagonist, or? Because I can see what you're saying, like, from a writing standpoint, he's interesting, and he's important to the story. But I just can't stand him, bro. Like, to me, he's so lame, bro.
See, in my opinion, if he didn't have the, like, rebound that he had in Dressrosa, I can easily see why you put him there. Easily. And in my opinion, I would put him there too. But that rebound in Dressrosa, like, it made me shift my entire thinking as in terms of like Luffy's interactions with other people, whether it's people that are good or bad. And it's the fact that people can change while Luffy's still going through the whole course of the story and whatnot. And I think that in the final saga, a lot of that is gonna like come back in terms of people who have either changed for the better, changed maybe for the worse, changed overall into a completely different person now that Luffy's seeing them in like a sense of battle or whatever it may be. So I think Bellamy is the perfect example for that.
And okay, so another I guess it's like a nitpick, maybe not even for Bellamy character, but for Luffy, bro, it's like I found it so. I think it's maybe one of the most cringe moments for Luffy when he's like calling Bellamy his friend at the Coliseum. It's like, bro, like how can you say this guy who just like shit on your dreams is your friend, bro? It's like, and there's no like at that point there wasn't like it was before the fight too, so it's like there's no reason to even forgive him or like anything like. I can understand if Luffy forgave him or if he's just like he doesn't care about Bellamy or like, but to call him your friend, I just feel like, bro, come on, bro, what the fuck?
See, I think friend might have been too far considering the fact that he literally calls his Straw Hats his friends too. But at the exact same time, I think the reason why I feel Luffy was on the same wavelength as you, right? He's like, oh, you here to fight again or whatever? Just I remember this. And then as soon as Bellamy said, I went to Skypiea, Luffy dropped it all. Because Luffy's dream was to get to the Sky Island, right? And everybody was laughing at him in the bar, especially Bellamy. And then for Bellamy to come back from laughing at Luffy's face and then getting one shot to coming all the way to Dressrosa and saying, bro, I know you talking your shit. I went to Skypiea and saw it for myself. Luffy probably dropped all of those like preconceived notions of him. And he's like, all right, you a dog now. You get it. You get the dream, you get the gist of like where we want to go, like dreamers out there who want to go to the sky, who want to go all the way underwater to Fishman Island. Like all these things are possible within the realm of One Piece. And for dreamers to actually see that, there's not that many, but once you see the vision, you're part of it. So I feel like that's what it was with Bellamy. But I won't hijack your stream too much. I just want to say
bro,
my piece.
No, like I said, bro, you know you're always welcome, bro. And yeah. I mean, bro, is there anything else that you think is like an outrageous like?
Let me see. Okay, so you got Goat. Oh, the one dude with the nose hair, made possible his nose.
I think Oh yeah, was it Wanzi?
Yeah.
That's bro. Like, listen, bro. I told Chad, I was like, there's a few times in One Piece where I just was like crying of laughter. Punk Hazard had a few of those moments. I think there's a lot of moments, bro. But the one I remember so much is Wanzi versus Sanji, bro. And like to have Wanzi, this like weird, like off-brand Sanji fighting him, and it's like I don't know. He's so stupid looking and just goofy, and I just couldn't.
It worked perfectly. No, it really did. It really did. And I think the best like part of that is the fact that he's literally just anti-Sanji. Like he's everything that Sanji stands against. Sanji only uses his hands for cooking, very elegant, very proper, clean, pristine. Whereas this man is just making food with his hair, a complete health code violation, but doesn't care. So yeah, I love that.
Like, it's a meme on my channel too, because I think like 2 years ago I made a April Fool's theory, where I made like a theory about Wanzi was like a failed clone of Sanji. Because if you look at like his like little like swirls, it's like Sanji's eyebrows. It was just like a stupid meme, but like, yeah. So just for the channel, bro, I just gotta put Wanzi up there.
Okay. Also, I am going to nitpick this. I see that where is he? Oh yeah, the Yeti Cool Brothers are not in here.
Oh, okay.
Where are they?
I probably gotta find them, bro. Like, I don't even know.
The one team or duo that was able to beat what, like half the Straw Hats?
Yeah,
you gotta put him in S tier GOAT, man. Either one.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think I found out today I'm a Crocodile hater.
Crocodile hater?
And bro, I'm like, it's like actual hater because, bro, I can't even think of a reason why not to put him in A, but I just put him in B. And like, I just feel like, I don't know what it is, bro. I just feel like I just can't put him up there, and I can't think of a good reason though.
Also, why is Emu in B tier? I'm assuming that it's because they haven't done anything. Is that the reason why?
Yeah, it's like I think we just gotta see more, honestly.
Okay, that's fair enough. And then
where's the Yeti Cool Brother?
Yo, why'd you put my man T-Bone? Oh, he's in C tier. Rest in peace, man. Such a good side character.
In
But
the I think it was the best One Piece characters. I put him in like S tier.
yeah, easily. Foxy, I thought would be much lower in my opinion, because I feel like everybody hates him without a doubt. Like, there's
Oh, here's
no questions
Hawkins.
asked.
I'm gonna
Hawkins
put Hawkins in D, bro. I think
D.
it's another character like with Bellamy that I think it's the characters that like they have no conviction or like will. I think those characters I actually hate, bro. You know
Fair
what I
enough.
mean?
Like, they don't have an actual like path in terms of what they want to do in the story.
Yeah, like they have no faith or like I don't know, like no confidence and that kind of stuff. Like I think those characters I really don't like in One Piece.
That's fair.
And
That's fair.
especially like if they were like a little bit more interesting, like maybe stronger or maybe a more important villain, I could understand it. But like Hawkins, like the fact that he's a supernova and he's the one guy that's like has no like real conviction, I don't really get it. But
Okay, hear me out. Now I know people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, Prince,
here's the
this is
Yeti Cool Brother.
egregious."
but
No, not the Yeti Cool Brothers. I'm talking. I'm gonna do a swap. I would swap two specific characters, and like people would freak out because they'll think it's crazy. But in my opinion, solely because of his backstory, I would swap Kaido with Buggy. I would put Buggy at like double S and Kaido at A, solely because of his backstory. There have been better villains than Kaido, and in my opinion, in terms of a villain and more like backstory, also writing and all that, because I do like writing a lot, but I feel like Big Mom and Kaido would be like right along each other, but Kaido would get passed in terms of like just a cool factor, sometimes not being an idiot, and like general like fighting and stuff. But Big Mom's up there, so I put them in the same tier, and then Buggy a tier higher because Buggy's built different.
I think it's interesting. Like what I said was I think Kaido is is like the most One Piece villain in the fact that he goes perfectly against what the story is. In fact, of like he's still a pirate, and he's taking away people's freedom. He's you know he's so powerful, and he's standing in front of like if you think about it, like bro, Kaido is the reason we have Gear 5 Luffy awakening. So
True.
like I just think like I'm gonna make a whole video on it, so like I'm trying to gather all my thoughts and everything, and I think Kaido's so underrated, bro. And like the thing too is like he's so goofy in like that classic One Piece style. But
True.
what's interesting is like you're bringing a Buggy with him. Buggy is like kind of the opposite of Kaido and like the perfect One Piece villain too, because he's so silly and so funny and just like he's tied with Roger and Shanks and so like I can see that. I just feel like Buggy
Okay.
I don't know, it's just like he's just not like menacing enough, I guess, for me to put him higher.
Fair enough. But I will tell you something. You know what? I'll give this to the Marshall D Preach subscribers, subs out there who are like in the stream, because there's I think 16, 17 y'all are the exclusives, all right? So I was gonna put this in a video, but I'll let you guys know. My theory on who Joy Boy like or his identity is that he's a complete bum, and like he like got scraps for food, and like he was given scraps and stuff like from different citizens of his village, but he would always do the most heroic shit or like just stumble into success. And I feel like Buggy's the exact same way, but just the opposite. He doesn't have good morals. He doesn't have like a good sense of direction. Like he just wants to do what he wants to do, and sometimes deceiving and like manipulating other people for his own motives like happens to be through that. But at the exact same time, he's still always falling upward, and it's just so funny to see that progression. From he went all the way from being a regular King of the Pirates crew member to being in the worst sea possible, East Blue, the weakest sea. And then from there, he went to conquering the East Blue, doing what he wanted to do. Then being dragged into the Grand Line. Then all the way from being dragged into the Grand Line, he gets arrested and then bish bosh into Impel Down. Gets back out, and now he's become a warlord and now a Yonko. I mean, the man's story is so inspiring that he went from being a complete nobody and still has the characteristics of a nobody to being top 4 as far as pirate rankings in the One Piece world, which is crazy.
I mean, you're completely right, bro. Like Buggy, I'll be honest, I didn't like him that much at first, and over time, it's just like you end up loving him more and more. And with the whole cross guild situation, Buggy, I think he became one of everyone's favorite characters.
Yeah, and I think it's honestly crazy that if you were to tell someone, random person, that hey, a villain from this show, from a show that's 1,090 episodes long now, or even more than that, a show that has that many episodes, and at episode 3 there was a villain in the show that got beat by Luffy, but he's still prevalent till this day. And in fact, he's stronger than he's ever been and more powerful than he's ever been. If somebody were to tell you that out of no context, that the main character beat a villain and he's still there 1,000 episodes later, they had to have been goated for a reason. And I don't know, Buggy just fits that description for me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I feel that, bro. Like I said, Buggy, and the thing with Buggy too is by the end of the series, I feel like he'll rise even more.
Oh, 100%.
So I could see him going into S tier by the end, but yeah, I see what you're saying, bro. It's a good points, but
I'm looking at the rest of the list. I think everything else is fine. Jack low-key gotta be a bit more down. You've overrated Jack a bit. Jack is C tier or D tier.
The reason why I put him in there with like Queen and King is like I think because he was the main villain of the entire Zou arc. I was like
Zou arc.
Yeah, and like, bro, the fact that he was gassing like the entire Minks, he was just terrorizing their island, bro. I'm like, that whole moment was really like a big villainous moment, and where like King, I feel like he's good too, but he's just like more of a one-on-one thing with Zoro, and Jack was like actually like a big problematic character for the entire arc.
Also, why do you have Charlos in A? Is it because like he was like managed to piss off hella people, so that's why he's considered a good villain?
Yeah, I think the good thing with Charlos too is that when we finally saw Charlos, you understand why there's so much hatred for celestial dragons and so much fear, and like, bro, like he was a perfect character to showcase the celestial dragons. And because in a way, like the celestial dragons are a villain in their own sense, right? They're a group, but Charlos is the reason that we hate them so much.
Yeah, like he was our gateway into this whole world of absolute power that's being completely abused in the One Piece world.
Yeah, it was like a complete showcase of everything wrong with them and to the most extreme things, bro. So like, and when Luffy hit him, bro, like that's a top 5 Luffy moment for me because
I'd say top 3.
Yeah, that's up there, bro.
Everybody loves it. So honestly, okay, now that you've explained that, I can see why you put him there. Because if it was the same sense of like people or characters that make you hate them so much, then I feel like even Spandam would go in that tier.
Oh no, yeah. Spandam.
Have you put Spandam?
I can't. I have to find him, but yeah, like Spandam too. He's funny and like he's goofy and so I don't think he's like the worst character, but like I don't think he's as important to the full story of One Piece as like Charlos.
Yeah.
And the whole world too.
That does make sense, but honestly, let's see.
I think the Crocodile one is maybe the one that people are going to be like, what
yeah, Crocodile one's the one like people are going to be definitely mad with the most. Perilous Sparrow. I feel like Perilous Sparrow should be a bit higher. He did as a villain. He did very well, or antagonist.
Okay, that one I can agree because if
you look at it from his perspective, it's literally an enemy pirate crew coming to attack his home nation, and he's doing the best he can to help prevent that.
Yeah, I think I agree with that one because like he's also the reason why who was the other mink?
Pedro.
Yeah, he was the reason why Pedro died. So. Yeah, there was like some big emotional moments with that, and he was also just like, bro, he's just like an asshole, bro. It's like,
yeah. So hey, he fit the role pretty well, and hey, Don Krieg. I mean, bro, last thing I'm gonna say, go tier, Don Krieg. Go. The first Don in the story,
man, bro. The most forgettable, bro. I loved. I said in the chat earlier, I was like, I loved Baratier until Don Krieg showed up, until his fight with Luffy started.
That's such facts. Oh god, the backstory S tier. The whole gelling with the crew and stuff, like them vibing in a restaurant, doing funny jokes and shit. Like Luffy with his booger in Zoro's drink. I remember that. It was S tier from Baratier, but Don Krieg just had to ruin it all.
Bro, wait, has the chapter dropped yet? It still hasn't came out yet?
I'm not sure. I have not looked. But I do know that apparently JJK was extremely good. Chapter 257. Apparently it's really, really good. So waiting on that. But yeah, I'll leave you to it. Keep ranking the antagonists. Also, every single one of you watching and viewing, please make sure to like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to tune into OPU whenever. I'm pretty sure
on Sunday. Yeah, we're streaming on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. So be sure to tune in then. And yeah, I'll leave it to Preach. Hope you have a good stream, bro.
Nah, I appreciate you coming through, bro.
Like, yeah, of course.
All right.
Peace out, y'all.
See you on Sunday. JJK was amazing, bro. Here's the thing, bro. So okay, right now I'm reading Naruto, right? I'm rereading Naruto. Or I never read the manga, but I'm reading it now. I watched the anime when I was a kid, and so I'm reading Naruto. People were saying in my stream yesterday, like bro, you gotta read JJK. And bro, I'm gonna tell you this. I love JJK. It was one of my favorite anime, bro. Maybe my favorite anime for like 3 years, 4 years. Like, bro, it was. It really got me back into anime and manga like that. It was that impactful for me, and it was just that classic shonen vibe that I loved as a kid. And then I think I caught up to the manga about a year ago, maybe a little before, and I dropped JJK, bro. I had to because there was one moment where I just couldn't continue, and it was a big death. And I just got tired. I was like, just sick of it, bro. I was like, I just can't read this anymore, bro. It's like my favorite character's gone. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it in case they do want to keep reading JJK or they eventually want to. But people are like, bro, you gotta read JJK on your and react to it on your stream or review it. And listen, bro. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing Naruto first, and then if you're a channel member, I'm going to do a poll for all channel members to vote for what series I review next after Naruto. So we're going to start with Naruto. So become a member if you're not already, because you're going to be having the ability to like decide what's going on with these streams, right? I'm going to be doing polls like, just, you guys can kind of just help out with the ideas for the streams and kind of dictate certain things here and there. Like with that example, right? Like if you guys want to see JJK, you guys got to vote for it. And it's going to be a member exclusive poll. So if you're not a member, you can't vote for that one. And so like if you want a different series too, like, so I'm going to let the members decide that one. I'm going to do a post first, like for members, which series do you want me to review? And then the main comments that I see, I'm going to be putting them in a poll for the members, and then you guys can vote for it. It's like AOT, everybody done it? Yeah, man. So it's like, and the thing with JJK too was like, it was maybe my favorite character in anime at that time, and I don't know, man. Like with AOT, I'm like genuinely shocked that Gege will kill off characters that people love so much, because in AOT he'll kill off like, a side character, or like he'll kill off someone that you can kind of see they're going to die, but when it comes to JJK, like it's like characters that you're like, there's no way he'll pull the trigger, man, and he will. So I said Bleach too, just do a big 3. Yeah, man. Like I said, if you guys want Bleach, I've never finished Bleach. I've read the first arcs, I think the first couple arcs, and I do like Bleach a lot. I love the art style. It's my favorite art style of all time. So I'll be down to just read all of Bleach and reread the beginning, and then catch up and react to the second half, or maybe like this. I don't know how much I got to. Maybe like probably still have like 400 chapters to go, but it's a lot. It's a big chunk that I still haven't read. So, I feel there's no hope in JJK. Good on reading Naruto. The manga is better for me as someone who read in real time. Yeah, I never read the manga, and I loved Naruto as a kid, and I've been reading it, and I just kind of forgot certain things, and so it's fun to go back and remember, and like it's when you haven't seen a series for so long, even if you were so invested into it at some point, you kind of forget a lot of things, right? Like you forget that oh, this happened, this little detail happened, and you know, this character died or whatever. Like, you forget a lot of the main things, and like, it's actually really fun to reread it because it's like you're kind of being shocked again. You haven't watched Bleach? What about Naruto? I haven't watched Bleach. I really don't like the anime, especially in the first arcs. I think the art styles are weird and like really like blurry and foggy, and there's like I don't really like the beginning of the Bleach anime, so I just didn't watch it. And so I read the manga, some parts of it. I've read past Soul Society arc. But yeah, I would love to get back into Bleach, man. But and I haven't read Naruto too. I haven't read the manga, but I have seen the whole anime. I have seen Naruto, so I do know what happens, the main things. It's been a while. It's been since it first came out, but like I used to watch it when I was a kid, but I want to get back into it, man. Having read Naruto a few months ago, I was honestly underwhelmed. I think Naruto, especially in the beginning, there's like pros and cons to the beginning part and the ending part. Like the beginning of Naruto, what I'm remembering now reading is like, so Naruto, the characters, like I really do love Naruto as a kid, and I feel like it is a good story growth for him. But I feel like he becomes a bit boring. Like he becomes a lot more dry, not as funny, not like his personality doesn't shine as much. And then you have like a character like Luffy. Like Luffy develops and he grows, but he doesn't change who he is. He's still always funny and goofy and childish. And so I think I liked Naruto when he was a kid. But then like a lot of things in the second half of Naruto are really cool. You know, the Akatsuki Sasuke I think becomes better in the second half. There's just a lot of different things, man. But yeah, if you guys, I don't want to get too much into Naruto. We'll be reviewing that on stream on, I think, Saturday. Go and turn on notification for that stream. Go like that stream. Make sure you guys support that stream if you guys want to tune in. We'll be going into depth more into the first arc of Naruto, and we'll be doing that maybe every week or maybe every other week, depending on how much I read every week. But Yeah, Kid Naruto is way more savage than adult Naruto. That's why I love him. Bleach falls into that monster of the week formula early, and it turned off for some. Yeah, it does. I can see what you're saying, like with the fights and everything. It's very formulaic, but it is just action packed. It's like just classic shonen, man. If you love that, like I said, the art style is what I love about Bleach. I love the art style. I love the fights. I can see why some people might not like it. But yeah, it's a really fun action-packed series. But yeah, let's get back to this tier. I think we got a few more characters. Let's see who else we got into this tier list. We're gonna do. Okay, so let's do Moria. We were just talking about this on the OPU podcast the other day. Vex says, I don't know if you're still in the chat, man. I know this guy was coming in defending Thriller Bark. He said it's top 1 arc in One Piece. It was a crazy hot take, but I do like Thriller Bark. I think it's an underrated arc. But I told him one thing that a lot of people, I see a lot of people, they don't like this, is Moria. It's why they hate Thriller Bark. And so if you got Moria, I can't put him too high. To be honest, bro, I think he's in D tier, man. I think he's in D tier. I think he's annoying, especially in anime. I think he's kind of just a goofball and it's just unserious. You can't take him serious. He's really just a clown, bro. Like, he's got those big clown shoes on. He's a clown, but he's not as fun as Buggy, man. Like, Buggy's fun. He's a fun One Piece character. Mori is just kind of annoying and forgettable for the most part. The ore stuff was cool. I'll give him credit for that. But, yeah, I mean, there's not much I can really say that's great about Moria. Hody Jones is like, all right, Chad, what do you guys think about Hody Jones? A controversial one for sure. You know, I've seen people like Murphy Napier. I've watched videos where she's like defending Hody Jones, and I've seen people just absolutely trash on the guy. And man, I think Hody Jones, the problem with him is like, I had so much expectations for Fishman Island, and they were. These are fair expectations to have. When Oda's constantly hyping up Fishman Island, hinting at it, foreshadowing it for so long since Water 7, since even before, man, even before, like, We knew about the Fishmans back in Arlong Park days. You know, with Jinbei, we were like, oh, we're gonna finally see Fishman. And I loved Arlong. I loved Arlong Park. He was a great villain. And so when we're in the new world now, the first island of the new world, and it's a time skip, and it's like Hody Jones. We're expecting like these fishmen to be so cool and so exciting, and I mean, fishmen in One Piece is already just the greatest concept, and we're waiting for these fishmen to really show that. And aside from Jinbei, no one showed that. And you got a lot of these villainous fishmen who are just lame, bro. They're just so lame and really underwhelming. Hody Jones, I can say he's a well-written character, but he's not interesting. His design is horrible. I mean, there's not too much I can say about Hody Jones that made me like him. He is interesting in the fact of like the consequence of the racism that he's felt and being inspired by Arlong or just certain things. I was expecting so much more with a really cool fishman to be introduced, and we didn't get a single one. I was expecting like Arlong on steroids, man. I was expecting like a really, honestly, bro, if Arlong returned as like a strong character, I would have been even better with that. I would have been more okay with that. But it's like Hody Jones disappointed, man. He just. And speaking of Fishman Island, we got Caribou also in this arc. Like, that's the thing too with Fishman Island. It's not just Hody Jones. It's now you got maybe 3 of the worst One Piece villains in one arc. You got Hody Jones, Caribou, and Vanderdecken. I don't know if I could find him. We might not be able to find him, but just know, bro, Vanderdecken was, oh my, bro, he was bad, bro. It was not good. I don't know if we're gonna be able to find him. Hody is odd. I gotta say he's C because of what he's trying to do and what it meant. Yeah, I can see that with the whole story of Fishman Island, the racism theme, and he was like, it does fit in. It's just I feel like the execution was not even close to as impactful as it could have been for such an important topic, right? Like, let's just think about the possibility of what Hody Jones could have been, and what he could have been. That could have made that whole story a lot better. I mean, the Fishman steroids thing, it was just lame, bro. It just was like, I don't know. It wasn't, again, he's also not fun, bro. Like, some of these One Piece villains could be fun sometimes. Like, Kaido, Big Mom is hilarious. Hody Jones is not funny, bro. He's just, I know, he's like a Scrooge type, just like negative guy. Let's see if we can find Orochi. I feel like we got to do Orochi, right? We said it earlier, he's a good villain. As much as he's annoying and weird and just makes you cringe, Orochi was a good villain for sure. The way he manipulated people, the way he used Odin's own father as a bargaining chip for him to twerk in the streets, like, it was just, Orochi is a pretty good villain, man. I can't find him though. That's the thing. So, am I like missing? Is he in this? Oh, here he is. Yeah. So okay. So Orochi. So we do Orochi. I gotta put him in. Oh man, do we go A or B? Chat, I'm gonna let you guys pick this one. A or B for Orochi. I think I can see either argument. But yeah, we'll let you guys pick this one. I think he's a coward, he's a manipulator, and there's a lot of good villainous qualities to him. But he's also weak. He's also just like kind of pathetic at sometimes. He's not the best villain. He's not even like close to the best. So I'm kind of leaning towards B, honestly, but Vexus said, I think Moria is a great foil to Luffy, but as a standalone villain, he is raised up by his crew and army. I can see that. Like, Ryuma was kind of cool. Oars was cool. But then you also have things like, what was that? What was the Absalom? Well, like, as Absalom kind of brings it down, I feel. Hody Izadi's C, because, oh yeah, we read that. Orochi is really good to hate, high B or low A. Yeah, he's like a truly hateable character, and in the most villainous sense, right? Like, it's not like Bellamy where I hate him and he's just annoying and he's not really like a great villain. Or like like Trebol. He's not a good or interesting villain. He's just kind of, you just hate him, right? Like, why isn't Don Krieg up there with Dofi? We got another Don Krieg stand in the house. His evil feats are also Celestial Dragon level. So, okay, I can kind of see that. Moria is a great concept, a literal shadow of his former self. That is a good, bro. I love that analysis, man. That's like a really cool way to put that. Conceptually, Moria is really cool. It's just at the same time he's really lame too. So, oh, here we go. Let's do some of these Thriller Bar people. Yeah, you're right, because I forgot Perona was in Moria's crew. So that is another plus for that, I guess, if you want to consider his crew. Perona is one of my favorite. She might be my favorite female character in One Piece. That's not like one of the main people, like not Robin or Nami or even Boa Hancock. Just like outside of that main list, like I even like Perona more than Vivi, and so I think her power is really cool. I think she's funny and kind of similar to Mihawk. She's like not really an antagonist all the time. She's hanging out with Zoro and in the time skip, and so it's like kind of weird to rank her. She's not like a great antagonist either. She lost to Usopp, right? But she does have an overpowered crew. Actually, to be fair, bro, she was taking out the entire Straw Hat crew before Usopp stepped in. So I'm gonna put her in A, bro. One of my favorite personal ones. So you guys might disagree with that one, but it's just I'm a big Perona fan. Okay, Kuma. I don't even know if Kuma. Okay, Kuma's a weird one because in one sense he is maybe the greatest antagonist we've ever seen. I mean, the nothing happened moment, that was one of the greatest endings to an arc. But at the same time, it's like he's not really a villain or an antagonist anymore after that. I guess he kind of is still, as like in the sense of like in Marineford, he's still working for the Gorosei. He still has the pacifistas, like he's still helping them out in some certain senses. I think he'll go in S then, or S, maybe SS, bro, because he was so good. I mean, it was terrifying when he launched Luffy and all the Straw Hats away from Sabaody, and just, it was like one of the greatest moments. Okay, I'll ask you guys this: where are we putting the poll right now? Orochi is tied, so we gotta next poll or next vote wins that, and I'll put him in A or B. So we got to get one more vote for Orochi. But yeah, after that we're going to do a Kuma poll. Is Kuma SS or S? And then we got to figure out who to drop him if he isn't SS. Because we got to figure out if we're going to drop Kaido or Katakuri. He's literally a parallel Jesus. How is he on this list? I mean, like I said, he's not really an antagonist anymore. But in the pre-time skip, he was maybe the greatest antagonist, right? Okay, so they said Orochi A. Orochi A. York is D tier. Yeah, of course, bro. York is horrible character. Bro, I just maybe another one like kind of like Hody Jones, underwhelming, right? Like this whole thing was hyped up with the mystery, and York hasn't done anything since we found out that reveal, and also York just wasn't even interesting from the beginning. And I think a lot of people agree. I don't think really anyone I've seen disagree with the idea that the York reveal is kind of that whole like mystery. Those like 5 chapters were kind of the only bad thing of Egghead. Why is Dofi above Luchi? Why isn't Luchi higher? Listen, bro, as much as I like Luchi is kind of just, I mean, he's not even bad. He's not on the same level as Dofi, bro. Dofi is more entertaining. At like anytime Dofi shows up, it's just like, what is he going to do, right? Like he's so unpredictable. He's so charismatic. His personality is like so addicting to just watch in real time. Like he's like pulling the strings and manipulation and manipulating law and backstabbing people and just doing so many crazy things. His devil fruit's so cool. All right, so let's get this Kuma poll up here. Is Kuma SS or S? And I guess to be honest, we're just doing. I guess we have to. Let's just do like a qualifier here for Kuma. It's pre-time skip Kuma, okay? It's not post-time skip Kuma. It's not Kuma as a whole. It's pre-time skip Kuma when he was blasting the Straw Hats to different islands. And I guess like you could even argue, even in that sense, he wasn't really an antagonist. He was helping them out in a sense. Like they all got their training arcs because he sent them to the right place. But it's just like at the time, bro, when you're reading Sabaody and you don't know that yet, it's just like a horrifying, like, antagonistic thing. And the nothing happened moment, too, you could even argue is like he's testing Zoro as a right-hand man because Kuma was Dragon's right-hand man, or one of them, right? Like he's one of like the... So he has to test Zoro as, does he really have what it takes to help Joy Boy, to help Luffy? In a way, I guess you could argue he's not an antagonist, but the perception of him was that he was one. And he was fighting people in Marineford, right? He was fighting Ivankov, and he was fighting, like, the pacifistas were fighting. So I think at a certain point you kind of got to say, like, Kuma's a really complex character, and you can kind of throw him in as an antagonist, but also as a hero. So let's try to... Okay, so Judge. Let's do Judge. I think Judge is an interesting villain. I think he's better than the D tier because he at least contributes so much to Sanji's character, right? Like, without Judge, there's not this, like, secondary backstory where Sanji becomes this deep and fleshed out character to an even higher degree. And you can feel the hatred that Sanji has for his family. You can feel how much he hates his father. And so I think, bro, like, Judge... When he was fighting Sanji, it was like, oh, okay, this was a lot of drama packed into this whole King Island arc. A lot of family drama. The reveal of Judge was so cool. He's this evil scientist siding with Big Mom, and I think Judge was a very good villain for the time. He, especially because, bro, if you think about what he did, right? Like, he made his own children into emotionless monsters. Aside from Reiju and Sanji, and Reiju even is like question, like she's not like fully like, she still is more siding towards a monster, but she has some kind of humanity, right? And so I think Judge, like just from that fact, like that standpoint alone, the way he treated his own family and stuff. So I think Judge will go in B. I think low B. But yeah, he was a solid villain, man. Do you think Dofi should be higher than Croc? I do think he should be higher than Croc. Like I said, I might be a certified Croc hater, and I can't put my finger on why I don't like Croc that much as other people. I just think he wasn't... When I look back on Croc, he doesn't move me the same way as like a Dofi or even a Buggy or even like a... I don't know, bro. I've always felt that Croc is really cool, but there's something missing, and maybe it is his backstory, maybe it is more information that we need, but there's something just really that's been missing for so long. And so, and like I said, Baroque Works was a complete joke. Croc losing to pre-time skip Luffy, it's just kind of weird. Like, it's like, bro, like, you're a warlord losing to a guy who doesn't even... I guess you could argue maybe Luffy did have hockey, but even then, shouldn't Croc also have hockey? Like, shouldn't this guy who's been, like, fighting Whitebeard and, like, you know, out in the New World and He's been around so long. Shouldn't he be kind of a little bit more impressive than losing to an Alabasta Luffy? The noodle guy? Yeah, man. He's got to go in the GOAT tier, man. His plan was ambitious, I will say. Homie was going for Pluton. Okay, so like I said, the whole... Yeah, you know what, bro? Okay, I'm putting Croc in A. I'm putting Croc in A. That convinced me, bro. Like, yeah, he was going for Pluton, man. Like, what can you say to that? The guy was trying to conquer the world, right? Like, he was just on a crazy power trip. But still though, I think we still need to know more of his motivations. I can't put him higher than A until we know more. Like, I just feel like, why does he want Pluton? Why is he so power hungry? What is his obsession with all these? How does he even know about Pluton? How does he know this and that? We got so much to learn about Croc. And even Cross Guild, it's like, even when he joins Cross Guild, Croc, it was interesting seeing him go with Mihawk, but we still, like, we've got more with Buggy, I think, and Mihawk than Croc with Cross Guild. So for Kuma, we're saying, okay, I see it's a 50-50 split, SS or S. All right, so I'll let that post simmer for a bit more. We'll go on to, instead of just having like Nichiji, Iji, and Reiju, and I forgot the other name, whatever. But Sanji's brothers are going to be just one grouping here, and I think I don't know if I want to put them as, they're not as good as Judge, so I'll put them in C. But now I'm gonna put them in either C or D. I'm gonna go. I don't know. I'm gonna go C, because they embody exactly what Sanji fears to become. Right? Like, without these guys, you can't have that deep backstory. That it doesn't work as well, and they are truly heartless, man. So you know, the way they make fun of Sanji, the way they bully him, and the way, like, it's just, you do kind of hate them, right? Like, they're not amazing villains, but they are necessary for the story. Is that Killer on there? Why? If you see Killer on here, or if you see, like, on this list, right? It's not, this is all the One Piece characters, and I kind of have to sift through everybody because I wanted the most updated version, so we get, like, the Gorosei in there and certain things. So you might see, like, a lot of characters that are not villains, but we're still gonna, all right, let's see. I don't know. I think that's pretty much everybody, man. I don't know if we're missing anyone. Let's do Alvida. Alvida is a funny, okay, I can't put her higher than D. We'll put her at the top of D, though, just because, first villain, joining Buggy's crew, she was just goofy, funny, and, like, Luffy roasting her and punching her in the face. Like, it just showed how fun and crazy Luffy is from day one, man. So I love Luffy, man, and even though Alvida's not, like, the greatest villain or anything, only being in that one chapter that we got with her, I think is still memorable. I think Sugar is an underrated villain because her power is just, like, terrifying, bro. This, like, evil little child that's been in this perpetual state of a child is just terrifying. And she's the reason why we got, like, the Kairo's emotional backstory and why that was so emotional. So without Sugar, it's like, I mean, yeah, Dofi, of course, played a big part in that. But Sugar is, like, horrifying to think about, that she's immortal, that she's able to do, like, turn people into toys. I mean, creepy, man. Like, that is, like, I think Sugar is like a really underrated villain. Oh, she says, oh, dude, Sugar is S rank. Okay, I can't, bro. S rank is a little bit too high. Like, I can't put him on this, or I can't put her on the same tier as Big Mom and, like, or Kuzan and Mihawk, and but I do think she's underrated, and I do think she doesn't get talked about as much. Her Devil Fruit is one of the most OP and I mean, it's perfect for a villain, right? feel like is there any other? I feel like I just feel like we're missing someone, bro. I feel like we've been missing out on someone big. Thoughts on Diamante, Trebol, Pika? I think Pika is just goofy. Not in like a bad way, in a fun way, but it's like it was a little bit underwhelming because that was like we got the Hody Jones thing and the Fishman Island stuff with Zoro where he's fighting Hody Jones. That was pretty cool. He beat a fishman underwater, but then it's like he got a lame fight at the end. A Fishman Island in Punk Hazard. There's not too much going on with Zoro. I mean, actually, you had the Monet stuff, but even then, it's like she's not a challenging force. And even in Dressrosa, it's like again now we're another arc where Zoro's just completely obliterating his opponents. For that to be, and it was a really cool moment for Zoro. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, Pika just I don't know, man. He was like kind of just like all right, he's whatever, man. Like he's not anything too crazy, and yeah, I kind of would like to see more for Zoro, especially in a 100 chapter arc, right? Like for his final villain to be more than just like this giant mountain. Thoughts on Lafitte? He's on there. Lafitte's really cool. It's just like I said with the Blackbeard Pirates, there's not enough to go on. We don't know much about him. We haven't seen him do too much, but just off like cool factor, he is really cool. I would like to learn a lot more about Lafitte. He has potential, man. He has a lot of potential. We got let's see. Is there anybody else that? I'm trying to find if there's like a big one that we missed. No. So Kuma. So okay, SS for Kuma. So we might have to move somebody down. Let's see if we can find Absalom. All right, we're putting Absalom in trash tier for sure. Okay. Hogbag is the oh my god, bro. Hogbag goes in trash tier as well. Where is he? I completely missed him, but yeah, I don't know where I gotta go find the Thriller Bar guys again. Higurashi was a decent, creepy villain, right? Like he was like manipulating Odin and. Where's Hogbag? I think Hogbag is. We did Vergo. We did Vergo. Conjuro. That's a good one. Conjuro. I feel like Conjuro was, in a weird way, as weird as the guy is, bro. He's a weirdo for sure. I don't understand Conjuro. Like, I don't think we'll ever understand. I think he's, like, meant to be just completely insane. But him backstabbing the Scabbards and Odin is just... I mean... perfect. Like, he's like a perfect villain archetype, right? He's completely off the rails, though. Like, why... Like, how do you not have any sense of, like, love or care for these guys that took you in? And they're, like, your brothers, man. Like, it's like your family. And like even though he has like a sad backstory, but that doesn't give you the reason to there's no understandable reason for him not to like embrace his family who took him in. It's like you might hate like Orochi, or you might hate the world, or you might hate like Kaido or whoever, but with Conjuro, it's like you're really holding on to what not even what Odin did to you, what his family did to him. And so I think, but yeah, like the reveal of Conjuro being the traitor and stuff, like he was definitely a good villain. I'm not saying he's like the best villain, but him becoming Odin, and it's like it was just traumatizing to do that to his friends, man. Becoming Odin and like they don't want to they don't want to believe that Odin is alive. Like they're in denial. There's all these different emotions. Very manipulative. I think Conjuro was a solid villain in One Piece. He watched his family get murdered and it snapped his mind. Yeah, it's okay. Like I said, he went completely insane, right? There's no way to understand the mindset of Conjuro. He's just completely crazy, bro. And so from that standpoint of just a crazy evil villain, it's just like maniacal, and he's like this weird theater guy that's like always trying to play the role. It's like it is weird as hell, but it's like, yeah, I mean, he's a good villain though. He's pretty terrifying. I love the Conjure reveal. Broke my damn heart. Yeah, man, it was a great reveal. It was a great reveal for sure. Chin Dao is like high C to me. Pudding is a low A. Yeah, I want to do Pudding. I want to find Pudding in here. I found her earlier, but I think I forgot to throw up there. Pudding is, oh man. Like, I kind of hate Pudding, but in like the villainous good way, because the fact of like her manipulate, is this Pudding, bro? I don't think that's Sanji's mom, right? Where we get let's do Stelly, bro. I hate this guy. Pudding. We gotta look for Whole Cake then if we're doing Pudding. Where is she? Pudding. I think she should be around here. Yeah, I can't find her. Oh, here she. Yeah, here she is. Oh, we gotta do Flampay too, right? Is that Flampay? Yeah, we gotta do Flampay, bro. We mentioned it earlier. Flampay is just, oh my goodness, bro. Like, how can you? Katakuri's your hero, and then you just see his weird looking teeth or whatever, like his like smile, and you're just like, oh, like you just turned on him so quick, bro. No loyalty whatsoever, bro. I cannot stand that. Is when Luffy and Katakuri like, bro, yeah, let's just get these guys out of here. Just disrespectful, bro. Like, this guy is protecting your entire family from being attacked by a crazy pirate. Like, Luffy's just a complete like terrorist in this situation, right? Like, and so Flampay, she's B. She's not great. She's not amazing, but oh my, bro, she makes me hate the Big Mom Pirates so much, bro. She does not deserve Katakuri. She doesn't deserve it, man. She's a bully. She's just a horrible person. Pudding, high B for sure. Pudding manipulating Sanji, right, and using the third eye, and Pudding is a really interesting character too. I don't think she's an amazing villain necessarily, but she is very twisted, very, very crazy. She's a very crazy person. Like, another one where she's just like completely insane because of Big Mom and because of how she's been treated, and she's just a crazy person, man. I would not want to be Sanji marrying that woman, or that. I mean, bro, isn't Pudding like 15? Sanji was down bad, bro. Sanji was down bad, man. Who is this? What's this guy's name? Stelly, bro. Another just like, bro. Stelly has the most punchable face in One Piece, by far. Him and Charlos, right? Like, I can't put him on the same tier as Charlos, but I did hate him, bro. He's just like in that Sabo flashback, you just gotta hate him, bro. It's like, it's just so hateable. I don't think he's probably D tier though. I don't think he's like a good villain. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everybody. Could be wrong, but Pudding is a victim. Yeah, Pudding is a victim, but she's still a crazy villain at some. I mean, to be fair, she does like kind of change in the end. Sanji wins her over, and she's like more chill, a little bit more chill, right? But she's still completely insane, multiple personalities, and just like, I don't know, bro. I think she's still regarding as a villain or an antagonist. Oh, bro, I forgot that. Stelly killed the King of Goa, right? Yeah, I completely forgot about that, bro. Good point. We're moving him up. Yeah, he's Mr. 3. Let's see if we can find Mr. 3 and Mr. 1. Let's look for Alabasta. I think Mr. 3 was cool. The one thing I didn't like was how just it was like a little bit too overpowered where he's like defeating the giants. To be fair, he was manipulating them. But it's just like now that we see Dorian Broggy slicing up the Gorosei, it's just kind of ridiculous, right? Ryuma was a cool villain for Zoro. Right, like he was a pretty cool villain. He's probably in C tier though. I don't think he was like amazing or anything. He was cool though. That was a cool fight. Or it's the same thing with Oars, right? Oars was like a solid villain. That was a really cool team fight for Luffy, Nightmare Luffy. Let's see if we can find Mr. 1 and Mr. 3. Robin was an antagonist at first. She definitely A tier higher. Okay, we'll do another poll then. So should we do Robin? I was thinking about this too. Like Robin was an antagonist, but I'll be honest, bro. I don't. Now we're not gonna do Robin because I feel like she wasn't even a good antagonist, right? Like she helped Luffy and Alabasta. She helped the Straw Hats in Water 7. She sacrificed herself for them. She did shoot, or she did like attack. She did attack Iceberg, right? So there was that, but I don't know, bro. I feel like, yeah, I don't think we should do Robin. Wait, let's see if we can find these Alabasta guys. Frankie was a shithead for stealing the squad's money. Yeah, but I don't think he's. I mean, he kind of was, I guess, an antagonist for like a few chapters, right? When he fought Luffy and. But yeah, I mean. I don't think we can consider those. I mean, I guess he technically was an antagonist for a bit, but it's not on the same level as like a Kuma, right? Kuma was there completely antagonizing the Straw Hats from the beginning, and up until the ending of the war, the Marineford War, he was still, he was still a villain. All right, I think we could do York. I think York, like I said, bro, underwhelming. Very underwhelming. I would even put her in trash, not gonna lie, bro. Like, I don't really, it's just, York just she doesn't do it for me, man. Like, there has to be more, there should be more to York, and it kind of felt like a waste of time, too, when we think about how many chapters we wasted on that. I can't find, Mr. 1 now. I think I saw him earlier. I think this is Thriller Bark, right? Is that Hogbag? Yeah, Hogbag. We could do Hogbag. Bro, Hogbag is a good villain, and I do, bro. This guy is also a weirdo, bro. Creep. Moria's crew is full of weirdos. Would you count Duval? I guess he kind of was. Yeah, I mean, he's like an ally now, right? But he kind of was for like a few chapters. And by the way, bro, that Duval stuff was so funny, bro. That's another one. It's up there with, it's always with Sanji, man. It's always with Sanji. It's Sanji turning into Nami with the law stuff and like that whole personality switching thing. It's Sanji and Zoro. Those are always funny moments. It's Sanji and Wanzi. It's Sanji and Duval, bro. Some of the most funny moments in One Piece is like I love Sanji, and I think he might be the most hilarious character in One Piece. I know people get tired of his gags, and even that stuff is pretty funny to me, man. Like his fight with Bonchan was just so stupid, bro. It's just, I don't know, bro. I think Sanji gets a bad rap. I know it's perverted humor and like, but it's One Piece, bro. It's so over the top. It's just a complete exaggeration, right? Like it's just Dark Signs, Tim Burton, Penguin design influence, and goated voice actor that killed it in the anime. He's memorable to me. Yeah, Hogbag was evil, bro. This dude was just And you know, the whole clash of Chopper's ideology with Hogback, that was pretty cool, because Chopper, we know, is trying to save people, and he takes science and he uses science and medical stuff for a proper way, in the right way. And it's kind of the same story with Queen and Chopper, but it's like Hogback before that was just a really dark guy, man. Like it was pretty twisted what he was doing. I love the gag of Duval looking like Sanji. Bro, it was just yo. When I first saw Duval, even just seeing his face, I was just, there's just no way, bro. But yeah, man, I think we've done everybody. I think we've done pretty much everybody important. If I missed anybody, you guys can let me know real quick. But I want to just say, make sure you like the stream. We got 30 people in here. Yeah, so let's try to get to 30 likes. Let's try to do it. Like I said, we'll be doing the Naruto stream, so make sure you guys stop by for that. I think Saturday. You can go check it up. It's already on my page, on my YouTube. We're gonna be reviewing Naruto, the first arc, so you guys can stop by and just hang out with me and talk about Naruto if you wanna. Like I said, if you wanna read Naruto for the first time, you know, you guys can read the first arc with me. We're gonna be reading every arc. We can read it together. If you've already read Naruto, you just want to see my thoughts on it, see my reaction, see my review. You know, instead of One Piece, it's interesting to do a different series and see my perspective on something else, because, you know, I love other series too, man. I love other manga and anime. I love One Piece is great. It's my favorite series, but, you know, there's other great stuff out there. And I kind of want to start touching on other series and branching off into, I don't want to make videos on Naruto, but or like other series, but I do want to at least like talk about it, stream about it, hang out with you guys. And like I said, become a member, because you guys will be involved. I'm going to be streaming a lot more. I'm going to be trying to stream at least 5 to 6 times a week. It's going to be a lot, but you guys, because I'm not going to be able to think about so many ideas all the time. It's a lot, bro. Like 5 streams a week, 6 streams a week, 7 streams a week. That's a lot of streams. So I'll let you guys also pick some stream ideas. If you're a member, we'll be doing polls on the community tab. And for the next series too, like if we, after Naruto, or maybe maybe I get tired of Naruto for a bit, I want to take a break, we do a different series after like the time skip or something. Maybe so the members, if you're a Marshall D Preach member, you will be voting for the next series. You guys will be deciding the next things that I review. You guys will be deciding the streams we do. So yeah, become a member. Shout out to everybody who's already a member. I've seen a lot of people in this chat is already members. You know, Brandon King. I've seen Dow. I've seen Darius Layman. I've seen a lot of people, man. You guys, it's been a fun stream. But yeah, make sure you like the stream, and we'll see you guys again this weekend, and OPU on Sunday. So